helped me to reach 1,000 subscribers. I never imagined that one harmless-sounding lie would be the thing that shattered my entire marriage. But that's exactly what happened the day I told my husband I was going to see my ex's little girl. I thought I was being cautious. I thought I was protecting myself. I thought it would disappear quietly into the background of my life. But lies don't stay buried. Even the smallest ones eventually claw their way to the surface. Mine didn't just surface, it detonated. Tom and I had been married 7 years. We lived in a peaceful North Carolina neighborhood where the biggest drama was someone's dog digging in the wrong yard. Tom was the kind of man who stayed calm under pressure, who rarely got angry, who made you feel safe just by being near him. Maybe that stability made me reckless. Before Tom, there was Jake, my ex from my 20s, back when everything felt intense. We loved too deeply, fought too loudly, apologized too often. We eventually burned out and went our separate ways, and I swore I'd never look back. We both got married, built different lives. He had a daughter. I closed that chapter. At least I thought I did. 3 months ago, Jake messaged me out of nowhere. Can we talk? I'm going through something. I should have blocked him. Instead, I told myself it was harmless. He said his wife had walked out, and he was struggling alone with his daughter. He didn't flirt. He didn't ask for anything inappropriate. He just sounded tired and lonely, and a part of me softened. I told Tom about the message. He wasn't thrilled, but he trusted me. He always trusted me. One morning, Jake said he needed help with something related to his daughter. I told Tom I was going to check on my ex's child. Tom hesitated and asked if I was okay with that. I assured him it was nothing major, and I'd be home quickly. But the truth was I wasn't going to help a child. I was going to see Jake. When I got to his place, he looked drained, like he hadn't slept in days. His daughter was already at school. He was alone. I walked inside thinking we'd just talk. But lonely hearts and old memories make dangerous combinations. One moment we were sharing our frustrations. The next we were sitting too close, then hugging. And then I crossed a line I'll regret for the rest of my life. It wasn't an accident. It was a choice. The guilt hit me instantly. Jake whispered that it shouldn't have happened. I agreed and left his house shaking. I told myself no one had to know. I told myself it was only one mistake. I told myself I could move on if I stayed quiet. But life caught me anyway. When I got home, Tom casually asked how the little girl was and what I helped her with. My pause gave me away before my words did. He asked what the girl needed help with, and I stammered something about schoolwork on a Tuesday morning. It sounded ridiculous even to me. Then he asked her name. I couldn't remember. I blurted out something wrong. His face changed, not angry, just wounded. He asked why I lied. I couldn't speak. Then he asked directly, "Did you sleep with him?" I didn't answer, but he saw the truth in my silence. He looked like someone had ripped something out of him. He stood up slowly, said he needed air, and walked out, closing the door softly, which somehow hurt more than if he slammed it. He didn't come home for 2 days. He stayed with his brother. No messages, no calls. I barely slept. On the 3rd day, he walked in, looked exhausted, and told me he had spoken to a lawyer. I thought my legs would give out. I'd beg him not to end things, telling him we could fix it. He wasn't sure. He didn't know if trust could ever return. But he wasn't filing yet. He told me if there was even a chance of working through this, it had to start with complete honesty. No more half-truths. No more pretending. The full story, even if it broke him. So I told him everything. I don't know where we go from here. Maybe time will repair some of the damage. Maybe it won't. But I do know this. A lie doesn't need to be huge to destroy everything you built. Sometimes it's the smallest lie, the one you think doesn't matter, that ends up exposing everything you try to hide.